And with this era of social media, everybody
is perfect.
like
Everybody's life is.
and you're like,
What's going on? You're like,
am I the only one?
am I the only one? Is
Like
there? Is it my
everybody
village
seems to have it
people?
all figured.
Put on your head. I'll be running.
Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Ohanwe. This is your first time here. You're welcome big time. Please don't make it your last. Kindly hit the subscribe button. I'll be glad to have you. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome back. As you can see, I have someone here with me. Today's video is going to be something different from what you all are used to seeing here. And in today's video, my guest and I are going to be talking about something that really affects us as young people, quarter life crisis. But before I go on, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys. Hi guys. My name is Akune Kamsi and I'm a YouTuber and content creator based in Abuja.
You're welcome to my channel, Kamsi.
Thank
I'm really glad to
you.
have you. So guys, if you're a young person who has been battling with this quarter life crisis, probably your mid-20s or even early 20s up to your early 30s, then this video is for you. Definitely keep on watching. So Kamsi,
Yeah.
how do you feel being in your mid-20s?
I feel old. Okay, I was the kind of person that wanted to grow up fast. Like, you know how
I think we all wanted to grow up fast. Like, I can't wait to be. Yeah.
I want to be. So nobody would telling me what to do. Now, I want to like go back to
and then,
as a
sometimes
child.
I wake up, I'm like, I was just 16 the other day. So how did I come this far? Like, what was chasing me?
I
Why
was
did
10. I was 10.
And now you have to like, put your life together. There's career, there's your finance. You have to now start taking your savings more seriously. You have to now start asking your questions like, am I even doing this thing right? Am I doing life right?
path?
Am I on the right path? Am I?
What you not be like? What will my life look like?
10 years from now,
10 years from now,
20 years from now.
Yeah, there's so much you want to achieve.
And then it comes with anxiety. Yes. Like you're just thinking, okay, what if, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do? And, with this era of social media, everybody
is perfect.
Like,
everybody's life is...
And you're like,
what's going on? You're not like,
am I the only one?
Am I the only one? Is
like
there my village
to have it all figured out?
Because
people are starting their families, getting married, having baby showers, career-wise, like people are just hitting it and making it big, and you're wondering, am I not doing right? It's like, what should I start doing or what should I stop doing? So it's just a lot to deal with. And then there's societal pressure. That pressure of at every point in your life, you're supposed to have done this. There are posts that say 10 things you're supposed to have before you're 30, 10 things you should have before you're 25. It's just a lot to do.
I just want to be a child.
Are you presently dealing with any form of pressure?
Pressure is the word I'm putting on myself now. Nobody's putting pressure on me. But basically, I would say like pressure from getting it right. Like I feel like being in your 20s where you can make a lot of mistakes and people are like, she's still growing.
Still very young.
She's still very young.
But do we even have the liberty? Like, are you even willing to like do those things and make those mistakes?
No, that's the thing now. That's why in your 20s you should try to do a lot of things. I'm a believer of doing anything. As far as I see that there's prospect in this thing, there's financial value in this thing, and it's not bad. It's not something I have to like do bad things for. Why not? I'm going to like jump into it. What's the worst that happened? I tried, it did not work.
It didn't work out.
I think
it's even safer. Like, how we don't know, like you never really know what it is you're very good at till you actually try.
No, in doing we become.
Exactly. So as young people at this point in our life, I feel like this is even the time to explore, to delve into. Like people are going to be looking at you like, today you're a YouTuber.
I think that's the problem. The problem in this whole thing is the fact that we're always looking at what will people say. People are fixing their life one place, so I feel like if you keep on looking at what will people say, people that don't even like themselves, please just live life, live life.
Time flies, like time. Like we're just saying now. We're just 16, we're just 10.
Looking at this, you're
like, hey! But that's how time flies. I know when you now look back, you're like, thank God I did this, thank God I did that. And it's when you start doing these things, I can now realize, I'm a better orator than I am a singer.
So I know how to do this. Oh,
Oh,
wow,
I bake better than I cook.
Yeah,
You just start figuring out things about yourself. But as young people, if you now start saying, "Oh, I don't want people to laugh at me. I don't want people don't care." You get people really don't care, and people are so focused with their life. Even the people who are not focused in their lives are
have you
looking
seen
at
that thing on TikTok? Congratulations, like
moving on to
moving
the next
on to
one.
the next.
Like people are so engrossed with their lives. And
Funny thing is, you think people are actually, some people admire your strength. I know the number of people that are like, Kamsi, I like what you're doing. I can't do it. And I'm like, okay.
thank
You
you,
know,
thank you.
you know, be my bed. I'm like,
How do I do this stuff?
you know, my bed, I'm like, what rubbish did I just post like this? What will people say? This video, should I bring it down? I'm like, okay, let's just be there. And this is the same video that someone come and tell you, I like your courage. I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you do it? How do you do this? That's just it.
And if there's just one advice I have for this phase, just start. Whatever it is you want to do, so long as it's something honorable, it's not something embarrassing. It's not something that you look at yourself.
If
10
I
years
show
and
you my first video
I
ever posted on social media,
just start. Because
you will laugh, you will say, what is this? See, start. Leave people that are packaging their life one side, they are also not showing you what they are also doing, who you are looking at. When it will set, when everybody starts saying, I did this, so this is where, this is how I set for.
This brings me to, like, you know how in the Bible there was this parable of a master that was traveling and he gave his servants talents. I think he gave 5 to 1, gave 1 to some. You know the story now. Yes. And then when he came back, the one that he had given 5 had doubled it to 10. The one that he gave 1 went to bury it. I feel like at this point in our lives as young people, this is also the time for us, like, build on the talents that we already have, because it's in the place of building, just like you said, in building we become. It's in the place of building that you can now say, I do this very, very well. Very well. And even God is not going to look at you and say, this is my child that I've given this stuff, right? Because we are saying we want to make it big, This is the future. I used to tell my friend, that future we were talking about, this is it, right? So this is the time for us to actually do those things we want to do. If you don't build on the skill you have right now, if you don't try to prune your skills, do the things you know how to do, you're just going to be there. And before you know it, it's 10 years, it's 20 years, and you're going to look at people who are not even as good as you are.
See this thing I wanted to do.
You get
someone that started doing.
There are lots of crises young people face, especially at this age. And they tell you're in your prime, you're supposed to have your act together. This is the best time to start early. You should get married. And why are you laughing? And I feel like marriage is such a big deal.
Yeah, it's not something that you should rush in. People that are rushing okay, funny enough, I've seen people that be like, now that you are single, enjoy your married people. Now that you are single, make sure you enjoy your life. To make sure you have something. They are just advising you, and like, hey, this is things people are jumping into, and you're like, I'm not saying they are not good marriages. They are very beautiful. Marriage is a beautiful thing. It's ordained by God, so why not? It's beautiful. But what I'm trying to say is that I try not to pressure myself. In short, I don't zero pressure over you. Zero. Because in due time, it will just, well, that's the truth. In due time, everything will just work out right. So it's not about marrying. It's marrying right. Emphasis on right. Because the things that are happening is a lifelong thing.
It's not a death sentence. It's not like when you get in, you cannot come out. But I don't think
nobody wants to come out. Nobody wants to come out because you're bringing people, you're bringing innocent souls.
Yeah, you're going to give birth to children. You're going to have to nurture them.
Marriage, and you don't want your daughters and sons to know that mommy, daddy had a failed marriage. In as much as if there is, I'm not coming for. If there is abuse, you should not run out. But
there are so many scarred people out there. And they're scarred because of the kind of things they experience from their parents. Like even people now who are toxic, who are abusive in their relationship, some of them are as a result of the kind of things they saw from their parents. So guys, I feel like marriage is such a big deal. It's not something that because everybody's getting married, let me go on and get married. Of course, there's always this air of doing things when your mates are doing it. But then when you look at life in a very realistic way,
I don't even think life they should be made.
Exactly, because everybody's path is different.
My dear, there's not, if you have the mentality of my mates,
you're going to constantly be under pressure.
Because someone is doing it now because it's working for that person.
Yeah.
You don't even know how much way back how the person has prepared for that thing.
Yeah.
You're just seeing the surface level. You don't know the deeper root of the thing. And then you're coming to say, she's my mate, and she can do it, I can do it. When you don't even know the number of times this person has prayed about it. Maybe
you don't know the kind of support. It's just like this same YouTube now. Like there are people you go to their channel and they have like tens and thousands of followers. They make just one video and it goes viral. Everybody's watching their video, but you don't consider the fact that these people already had social media followership.
Yeah.
They were probably very extroverted, very popular.
Yeah.
You don't know who they are. You don't know what they've done. You don't even know they bought subscribers.
Yeah.
You get. But you just see these people and start feeling, oh, I'm not doing well enough. But you don't know other things that played out. Like there are people that have it easier than others. That's the reality of life.
That's
you get. Everybody doesn't have it.
And that's what we call grace. People's grace are different.
Very, very true.
And that's why if God remembers you, it'll be like juju.
It's not this person.
Not this person, but it's grace. So it's what we call grace.
Like even you know how like right now we are thinking like everybody wants to go into tech, everybody wants to do real estate. What are the things that are giving money? People want to go into content creation. And it's not bad. These things are really good things. But the question is, are these things the things that you'd find fulfillment and satisfaction in? But again, you may not know until you try those things. Yeah. So it's not as if you shouldn't try any of these things. You can, but have in mind that people's paths are different. You may start out as a content creator and end up in tech. You get, and that will be where you're going to blow.
Where I'm going to. I may start out as a doctor. People will see me as a full-blown content creation because how is doing me now?
But that's the thing, right? Because people's paths are different. But if you don't actually start, you will never know. You can never tell. And then there is the financial crisis.
Yeah.
So now an adult.
One of the things I just give myself. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go and sleep. Is that when I see people in their 30s say, in 20s you should be broke. And I'm like, so it's a normal thing. So I'm not doing something wrong.
You're not the only one. So you're not the only young person who isn't traveling around the world.
So I'm not doing something wrong. So, but I feel like 20s is where you should be disciplined with money.
Yeah.
Because it's discipline with money that makes you wealthy. You can't be extravagant. You see me, I'm talking to myself.
I was reading this book and he was saying that it's not so much about how much money you make. It's more about how you're able to actually plan your expenses. Because if you're making so much, let's say you're making 1 million a month and your expenses, like every month you spend 1.2 million, you're going to be broke.
Yes, now.
You get.
So and another thing is, the higher you make, the higher your standard of living.
Yes.
That one is not something you should.
But the trick is, if you're earning money, especially when you're trying to gain stability, it's not when you now make your first 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures. You now say you're not going to splurge and that's why you want to show everybody that you've arrived. No, you're still starting out, right? So it's one step at a time. You just maintain that lifestyle of, okay, I haven't really blown. Then gradually find a way to integrate this your
financial discipline.
Exactly. So these are the things you're supposed to be doing in your 20s.
Financial discipline, spend wisely, invest. In as much as this investing thing, I've really not even learned it, but I'm working on learning how to invest. This stock market. If I see who will teach me, please come and help me.
You can teach us. Let us know in the comments.
The kind of money I want to make.
And then there's the friendship one, like as you're getting older, it's like your circle of friends, they are cleaning out. Everybody's busy with their lives. They're trying to figure it out. You're no more in constant communication with your friends.
There are things about losing friends. See, one thing you should know about life is I feel some friends are seasonal. And you should never even be angry or be sad that, some friends are actually seasonal. I think that God just bring them in that part, that phase of your life to help you for some certain things. Not like you're using the person, but it's a mutual benefit. But at the end of the day, they just leave. And there are some friends you just have to drop for you to go to the next level. That one is never.
That's the hard part, especially when you've bonded with this for such a long time.
Especially those that don't want you to be bigger than them. You drop them, push them, and move, because there are some friends that will just keep you in a bondage. Like, how will I explain now? I don't want you to move forward. I want to elevate myself, not only like maybe
I want to improve myself,
personal growth, everything. And it's not like, when did that one start?
It's not this
It's
person
not
that
this
we
person
know.
that we know.
Yeah.
You don't know me, oh. You don't know me. I can wake up one day and say I want to be like this, and I'm
I
like
think
that.
that's one of the things about this quarter life crisis, because you're even at a point where you want to rediscover yourself. So you need to be with people who are also open, people that will give you that liberty to say, to reinvent yourself. This is not the time to feel like, oh, I'm stagnated. Oh, because of this person, I cannot do this because of this person. Let's say I once started a YouTube channel, but my friends have bad-mouthed YouTubers. They said YouTubers.
Do you know how many YouTubers are in the world? You cannot progress in that field.
That's not the time. So you really need people who are going to also give you that.
But at the same time, in this line, if you get to a certain place in life, also remember people that started with you, played a role in your progress, because you can't just discard people like that. Because in as much as you get to a certain level, these people were part of your personal growth. They were there to help you, encourage. You can't just leave them. These are still people that, if anything happens to you at that point in your life where you are, they are still the ones. You need to know people that will show up for you during the sun, during the rain, come every weather. They will be there for you. And then you need to know the fair weather, the ones that are there for enjoyment.
You know what?
And it's not a bad thing, no. It's not a bad thing. Just know,
be able to categorize your
friends.
Even Jesus Christ.
And also you too.
A 12 and a 3.
Categorize yourself in people's life. Know where you stand.
It's actually a very delicate time. You need all the mental sanity you can get, because there's so much pressure. You're thinking about your finances. How much are you making? You're thinking about starting your own family, which is like important. You're thinking about your relationship with God, your relationship with your family, friends. Like, it's just a whole lot to deal with, and you don't need people who are going to be draining you of energy at that time. And then there is social media where everybody is big.
I feel like social media is based on the person. If you know your social media influences you, wants you to live a certain kind of way, which you know it doesn't sit well with you, you should sit down one day and ask yourself, what exactly in this social media is making me feel this way?
Pressured,
and start deleting. There's a button, there's a delete button for a reason. There's an unfollow button for a reason. If you feel like you're being pressured into a certain kind of lifestyle that you know at that point of your life you cannot afford, unfollow the person. But I don't even take social media seriously. I don't see social media actually. I don't think it's a real place. Like, the only thing you're seeing is like probably 1% of just people's life. Video. There's just a lot of work. You don't know what they went through to do this whole thing, and that's how life is in general. People will I come and show you when I'm crying on social media? I will not. People don't do all that. I won't do that. But I will show you when I'm traveling around the world. I'm in Spain. I'm in Zanzibar. What? Dubai, hello. I'll show you all those ones. But do you know what I did, or do you know what I did to get there? No. So at this time, we actually build something realistic. Connect with people who have similar values, people who are interested in growth, network. I think that's one of the things I'm trying to work on, networking, to be honest. And that's why we're doing this collab. Hello, people. I'm going to be leaving our YouTube video link. And that's why we're doing this collaboration, because you need to network with people. I always sit inside my room. I was listening to this guy on Instagram, and he said, if you know how to do something, carry it on your head. Do you understand? Showcase it, let people know that this is something you know how to do. Because that's the only way they'll know you know how to do it. And that's the same thing about networking. That's when you get to tell people and showcase. And then you now meet similar people that do that thing with you. And then you collab with them. And you're learning too. They say two good heads are better than one. Iron sharpens iron. So you can't know how to do something. We taught ourselves things. Oh, I do it this way. I do it this way. And that's it. You pick one or two things. And those one or two things can make you, and improve your skills, basically. So network is very important. So you just put one step ahead of the other. Before you know it, in 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, your circle is getting bigger. The people who know that you can do this stuff, and then you're learning, you're improving. But if you just sit down and you're crying, I was talking with somebody and she was like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know whether she likes her job. I'm like, chill. Many people here don't know what they're doing. So it's not like it's just not like everybody. Nobody even has it all figured out. We just who likes his or her job? Who likes his job?
I like my job, guys.
So,
I like my job.
I like it.
So I was saying, the first step is actually identifying where you are.
Yeah.
Are you broke? Admit that you're
Yeah,
broke.
broke.
Admit that this is where you are at the moment. You get. There's no need denying it.
Yeah.
Then figure out where do you want to be.
be.
What kind of life do you want for yourself, right? So when you
Do you
figure
want the
that
corporate
out,
world? Do you
do you like 9 to 5? There are people that are career oriented.
Yes.
Like they like 9 to 5, where you know where your corporate
entrepreneurship.
Are you an
owning a
entrepreneur?
business,
Yes. Is that what
or
you
do you want both? There are people that are killing it in both.
So now figure out where you are, then figure out where you want to. Then find out what are my limitations. Do you get? Is it that in this vicinity where I am, the kind of job I like? There are people that move from Warri to Lagos because they say Lagos is where the opportunity is.
Yeah.
There are people that move from Calabar to Abuja because they say Abuja is FCT. So find out what are your limitations. Is it your environment? Is it your level of exposure?
Yes.
And now,
people around you.
Is it the people around? Is it the things you listen to? The kind of things you expose yourself? Yes. And then there's something about sharing a budding dream. Like if you want to do something, right? It's not bad to share what you want to do, but it's not everybody should know
that
what
can
you want
handle your grace.
Exactly. There are people that you share your dreams with and they trample upon it.
Yes.
Not that they go to do anything with Babalawo or
they just
something.
kill your spirit.
They just tell you.
The word they tell you like this guy. You'll be like,
this
is true.
You want to start up a business and you say, I want to start a fish pond. And person says like fish pond. You know that there is no water here. The fishes will die. Just and they look at you.
Or as a big girl, fish pond.
You get? Or they look at you and say, you cannot even manage small businesses. Big fish pond you want to do.
That kind
and
of
you're like, this thing is true. So, or you want to start a YouTube channel, someone is telling you you can't even hold a conversation. So how do you think you're going to be on camera?
You learn in the process.
Even your celebrity actors, yes. They forget the things they want to say. So the people around you are very important because these are people that can nurture the seeds, the dream seeds you have, or they can be the ones to trample upon it. It could even be the negative things you've said. You know how they say if you want something and then you speak against it, chances are you make it difficult for that thing to come to you. But when you like something and you speak positive about it, that positive energy, like somehow on the universe just conspires to bring that kind of thing your way. So find out where you are, find out where you want to be, then determine your limitations, like find out the things that are limiting you from doing the things you want to do. Are there ways to go around those limitations? When I wanted to start my YouTube channel, I didn't have a tripod. In fact, my phone camera wasn't even wow.
Thank God you brought up this thing. Please don't be like me. Don't be like me. I said no, I'll have lights, I'll have tripod. I will be mentally ready. I will be physically ready. In short, my language, I have to know how to touch my mouth. So please don't be like me. Start from where you are. Start from where you are. You figure it out.
One step
What's the worst that will happen?
One step at a time.
What's the worst that will wake up and say, this video? Okay, so if I get a ring light now, to be a bit clearer, you buy the ring light. Okay, it's better than what it was yesterday.
Your house is not a fancy house. Find a corner of the house and make the video.
And do the video. Nobody cares.
You say you want to be a doctor. You need to write down. You get? Read, write your exam. It's one step at a time. You can't figure it all out at once. So if you do not know where you are or you don't know what are the things that are keeping you, it may be difficult for you to actually overcome those challenges. And then you give realistic timelines or time frames. I was telling someone you can actually do anything you want to do. All you need to do is find out what will it take me to do this thing. Yes. So what will it cost me, and am I willing to pay the price and make the sacrifice? Yeah. If you're willing to do that, then you're going to be able to get anything you want to get. And don't get carried away with what people are doing. Everybody's running their own race. Every single person you're seeing. Nobody has it 100% figured out. If you come on social media and you're seeing people that are succeeding and you're just looking at them, you're being a spectator. Yeah. And you have your own life to live. That's why God has given every single person their life to live. You cannot be living life on other people's terms or saying, because this person is doing this, then I have to do this. You're not living your life to meet up societal standards. You know how they say at so and so age, you're supposed to have achieved this.
Tell them it's their own expectation. You already know.
You're alive. You're alive. You have a roof, you have clothes on your back, you have food on your table. Whatever you want to do, take it one step at a time.
Just make sure that you're getting better.
You're not in any competition with anybody. You're your primary competition. So your aim should be that whatever I am today is better than what I was yesterday. Yeah. And what I'm going to be tomorrow should be better than what I am today. So at this point in your life, like these are the things you're supposed to be building on. Like your personal growth, your relationship with God, finances, like find out how to save, how to make good investments. Relationship.
I feel like for relationship, if it costs your peace, carry your you don't even need to dust it. Just carry it like this. Put on your head and be running.
At some point, I
Just
didn't
carry
really
it
want
and
to
be
talk
running.
about the relationship part because I felt like, everybody comes everywhere on social media in relationship.
This with the whole relationship thing, to some extent, let the singles breathe. Don't suffocate them. Let the singles breathe. Don't suffocate us. So, but it's better to be single and happy.
Girl, in relationship and you're sad.
So, single is better.
And funny thing is, if you actually take your life seriously, right, and you start investing in yourself,
You'll not even
like
feel the
you're
whole single thing.
You're literally building yourself, and you just have so much to offer that you're not in a desperate place. You're not. That's why you see finances. Get your finances together. When you build yourself, right, even the pressure is not going to be there because it's not like the pressure is not going to be there, but you just feel like you're doing the right thing. You're moving at the pace that you're supposed to move. And the thing is, there's also the God part. I can never talk about it enough, right? Because we don't even know what we're doing. They say there's a path that seems right to a man.
Sometimes you just surrender.
But the end leads to destruction. So you're going on a path and you feel like this is the best thing for me. But God is looking at it and God is saying, this is not the right path.
Just there laughing at you. Say, my daughter, when you are done, you turn back.
Come back. So it's in the place of prayer and in fellowshipping with God that you now know that this thing looks right, but it's not for me. Everybody's doing it, but it doesn't mean I'm supposed to do it. Yeah. That's when you now know that, okay, I'm supposed to be on this path. I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. I'm supposed to be doing things this way. I'm not supposed to be jumping on anything because that's what every other person is doing. So that's the place of God. You now get to know that, see, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I know who holds tomorrow, right? And I know that my tomorrow is safe in God's hands. So
relax.
Those things you want, they're going
I
to
feel like most people that say, I don't know how my life is this, it's just social media. They carry that phone now and keep it one side and give you just 1 month. Your life will be fine. Because you just know that I'm doing something with my because it's social media that actually makes people feel like they are backwards.
They don't know what they are doing. Like, don't let yourself feel pressured by all this plenty. The more you look, the less you see. Yeah. There is more to life than meets the eye. So I just feel like as young people, we should do the best we can.
You can do,
right? We should just do the
Just
best.
make sure that any part you're going or anything you're going to do, is it praising God? Is it glorifying God?
Is it leading people in the right path? Hope is not leading people astray. You're not a bad influence.
Are you happy?
Is it adding value?
Is it adding value?
Like people come across it, they're like, I'm glad I came across this
young girl.
And the funny thing, when you're doing something that God wants you to do, there's a level of fulfillment that comes. Because this is just what God wants you to do. So this one is for my women, especially. Like, I'm assuming you're probably even in your early 20s, early 30s, and all of that. And this is your womanhood era. This is the time where you blossom literally into the beautiful woman God wants you to be. And you're not just going to live yourself like that. There are things you're supposed to do. Fellows.
Self-care. I'm a sucker for self-care. See, self-care. Please have a basic skincare routine. Please wear sunscreen.
Very important.
As a human being, we're now focusing on ladies now. Please wear sunscreen.
Men that shower with bar soap. What is their problem?
I'm not even.
They can.
I feel like cream. I don't want to talk about men. If we start that one now, we'll not finish. Because we can actually agree from that tomorrow, and they'll still be like, but we still look fresh. It's okay. It's nice.
So this is for the females.
But this is for the females. Please wear sunscreen. Now your body. If you are like me, that you don't like when you get fat, please work out. I feel like that's
not even about fat or no fat. Working out keeps you healthy.
Yes, it keeps you healthy.
And it helps release the feel-good hormone. It just makes you feel good.
Like me now, when I start adding weight, I feel a certain kind of way. And the only way I can be happy with myself is by losing weight. I'm talking for myself now. So if you're like me, that you feel like, I want to lose weight, please start from somewhere. Don't wait till I'm like, I want to lose weight. I know I'm like that too. I'm not even speaking to myself at this point. Comes to lose weight, go to the gym. I know I don't have time.
You don't even have it.
I don't have to. You don't even have to be in the gym. You have to
your
house. Yes, your house.
You just feel good about yourself. But even as you're trying to figure out life, know what you're going to do in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Just put yourself together and look put together. Don't look as scattered as the crisis that you're in already.
My
Just
dear, it's not only you that have problem. Everybody have problem. It's just the way we are handling our problem that is different. So you don't have to look like a problem. I beg.
So guys, do you have any final words?
First and foremost, relax. Take it easy in life. It's just
They say life is in phases and men are in sizes. So take it easy. At each phase, you're going to be a certain size.
Figure out what lesson you learn in that phase.
And the more you do the things that you think you could not do, the more you build confidence.
Yeah.
But if you never try, you would never know. If you think, I would have started 1 year ago, but you could still start today.
Yeah.
And 1 year later, you'll be proud you started.
Yeah.
So just take it easy on yourself, right? You're not the one carrying the problem of the whole world. Take it one step at a time. Pray, talk to God. You cannot do it alone.
Yeah.
You cannot do it alone. You can get really overwhelmed.
See this God.
So guys, this brings us to the end of this beautiful video. If you've been dealing with any form of crisis, quarter life crisis, and you found a way to navigate through it, let me know in the comment section. If you've also learned anything from this video, or there was something we said that was really resonating within you, also let me know in the comment section. I'll be leaving her YouTube link in the description box below, so you can also check out her channel and see her content for yourself. We also have a video we made, a Q&A together in her channel, so you can also check that out. So thank you so much. It was nice having you. Guys, that brings us to the very, very end of this video. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. See you all in my next video.
Bye.
Bye.